Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's exciting stream of What Remains of Edith Finch.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Barbara had a lot of books. The Hollywood Workout.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Okay, why is there a cake here? Seems like Barbara wouldn't have been eating cake since I mean, Jesus, the last time she was alive was 1960. Why is there a cake?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by
That's
America's
fantastic.
most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Oh man.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
No.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Why is it not? Oh, there we go.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
This is amazing. This is fantastic.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, it's got a trophy. How did they get the license for this music?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh.
old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out.
Fuck you, Rick.
She kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Ollie's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Go.
Moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Uh-oh.
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. she had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ooh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Alright, where is it? There it is. So there's only like 5 trophies for this game, I think. One of them is the one I did. There's one for doing the kid who did the loop-de-loop on the swing, doing that twice. Taking both paths to the house, I think is one, and then I forget, or looking through every peephole and telescope until you hear the commentary, and then I forget what else. I think, doing everybody's story. So probably an easy game to platinum, but I don't know.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I could see maybe replaying it for that purpose, but to try to do things on purpose to get I don't know, it just seems kind of antithetical to what the game is doing.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What the hell?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Alvin O's, extra crispy.
If
Probably
there's a
not
pattern
now.
in all these stories.
Jiggly Farms Grib Jelly. Tasty beans. Nobody loves what makes a bean as tasty as a tasty bean.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years? Jesus Christ.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
Nothing but canned peaches for 40 years. That can't be good for you.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly. And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Go. "48 to 53 years old."
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Jesus.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Your uncle lives under the house. This is like his garbage dump.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Well, don't say that.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Wait. Who should know?
And the history you're a part of.
Who are you talking to?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Well, yeah.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Pet cemeteries, as anyone who read Stephen King's stories growing up would know that pet cemeteries are notoriously terrifying places.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Oh, good. Yeah, I meant to put it up on the YouTube channel today, but I
looking back on it now,
forgot about it completely. It will. I'm still somewhat on vacation, so I'm just not kind of in the swing of things. But
if she
tomorrow
told me
I
there
will
was going to be
definitely
so much climbing,
get them.
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
22 weeks pregnant, Jesus. I will throw them up. It's the problem when you go on vacation and then you get back and you realize all the stuff that needs to be done so you can kind of re-enter normal life. But thank you for watching.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Why is everybody so young? 50 to 30. He's 33 years old. That can't be him. That doesn't look like a 33-year-old.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Where is she?
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be taking a picture of to get it to move the story forward.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hmm.
Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Yeah, but it also, I mean, it's, I don't know.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive,
I like it.
You'll need to be strong.
Oh.
Great shot, Dawn!
That's not a picture.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer. Hang on, kiddo. Just trying to get a shot of the two of us together.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh! Holy shit.
Of Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That was not what I expected.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it. After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
This is a baby.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. You reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy.
I just now realized I'm controlling the frog.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish you could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Jesus Christ.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom or the
It's pretty controller friendly. I think that if she'd be okay with the story, I think she'd be fine. I feel like it's hard because, you know, I've been using a controller for quite a while. I feel like things are pretty intuitive as to what you're supposed to do. You know, with every segment, I'm not always 100% sure of what's supposed to happen, but I kind of figure it out. I think she'd be okay. Like right now, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Supposed to whack people with the kite? Like right now, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. Before, just running the kite across the words seemed to do the trick. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. But, well, maybe this guy. Oh, here we go.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
That's not nice, Gus.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
God damn. How many kids in this family died? I mean, Jesus Christ. No playing outside without permission. No answering door for strangers. No messes after dark. All chores before dark. Respect others. Pretty good rules. Greg, be a baby. Yeah.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Never does.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Alright, everybody, as much as I hate to end this, I think this is a good place to call it. So tomorrow night, I'll be on. Maybe finishing this, maybe doing something else with Mitch. I will put this episode, last night's episode, on the YouTube channel, and that way folks can catch up. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it as always. Hope you have a great rest of your Sunday night and a fantastic Monday, and an easy entry into the work week for those doing the typical Monday through Friday. So thanks again, good night, and have a good evening.